That is a very interesting and important question. Why do unsuccessful people speak so well about unsuccessful stories? This is one of the most interesting paradoxes of human life. Many people who have not succeeded in their own lives can speak very powerfully, beautifully, and convincingly about success stories. They can explain the stories of great people, explain the habits of achievers, quote the language of ambition, and inspire others. Yet, their own lives may remain stuck, unfinished, or unfulfilled, or unaccomplished. This does not always mean hypocrisy. Sometimes it reveals a deeper truth about the human condition. And philosophically, it shows human beings are not only what they have achieved, they are also what they understand, what they imagine, admire, and what they desire. A person may fail in practice but still understand the grammar of success. They may not climb the mountain, but they may know the map. They may draw the map. They may not become successful, but they may recognize success when they see it. Knowledge and achievement do not always move together, and wisdom can exist without victory, without achievement, without fulfillment, and hence, insight can live inside failure. And the inner meaning is even deeper. When unsuccessful people speak about success, they are often speaking about their own lost possibilities. That is what is most important. And their words may carry the pain of what they could not become, but they praise disciplines because they have known the cost of the indiscipline. They admire courage because they remember moments when fear defeated them. They celebrate perseverance because they know what it means to give up too early. And in this sense, their speech about success is not empty. It may be a confession in disguise. Psychologically, this can be explained in different ways, of course. Sometimes people speak about the successes to compensate for their own sense of failure. Talking about success gives them temporary dignity, but it allows them to stand close to the greatness without having produced it. But there is also a positive side. People learn from failure. And failed people often become sharp observers because they have lived through the mistakes they did. They know the hidden traps, the laziness, ego, distractions, fear, procrastination, wrong company, poor timing, mixing with the wrong people, and lack of disciplines. And their failure becomes a classroom. Sociologically, I would say the success is never only individual. The society produces winners, the society produces losers through class, family background, education, networks, geography, gender, politics, and opportunities around us. Many unsuccessful people are not unsuccessful because they lacked intelligence or dreams. They may have lacked access, support, timing, capital, or recognition. Therefore, when they speak about the successful stories, they are also speaking from the margins of the society. And they are interpreting a world that did not fully open its doors for them. This is why we should not dismiss unsuccessful people when they speak about success. Sometimes the best analysis of power comes from the powerless. Sometimes the best understanding of wealth comes from the poor. Sometimes the best explanation of success comes from those who missed it by inches. But there is also a warning to be careful about. To speak about success is easier than to live successfully, of course. And the world can decorate failure, but they cannot replace discipline. Inspiration without action becomes entertainment. Sometimes advice without self-transformation becomes performance. Therefore, the real challenge is not only to speak beautifully about success, but to turn understanding into practice. So philosophically, I would say the philosophy is simple. Failure does not always destroy wisdom. Sometimes failure produces the clearest language of success. The unsuccessful person who speaks well about success may be carrying three things at once: admiration for those who rose, regret for what they lost, and hope that someone else may still make it. So the question is not why do unsuccessful people speak about successes? The deepest question is what kind of truth is hidden inside their failure? Because sometimes failure is not the opposite of success. Sometimes failure is the place from where success is the most honestly understood.